quickly I will give you an overview that where we were standing in the last lecture. If you remember, we were discussing about the time value of money, the difference in the value of the money of the today and the tomorrow value. Then we have discussed few of its reasons. Then we were at the techniques of the time value of money, and we were saying that we have two basically techniques to solve the time value of money. The first one was compounding, and we consider it as a future value, while the other one was the discounting, and we named it as present value. If we talk about its valuation concept, so I told you that we have basically two valuation concept: simple interest and the compound interest. And the last one where we were standing is the single amount and the annuity, which was basically the basic pattern of the cash flow. I told you that we have to get an idea that first initially we will solve it as single amount, and other one is annuity case. So in today lecture we will solve few of the questions in regarding the single amount. So what we have to do basically, first we will quickly I'll give you few formulas just to get better understanding that how we will solve these questions. So what you have to do, remember one thing, you have to solve four different things and you have to find four different things. The first one is future value, then you have to get present value, then I known as interest rate, then N or T. These are the four things which we will find. Okay, let me give you a formula of future value. So what is the value and what is the formula of the future value? Future value is equal to present value into 1 plus I power n. This is a simple formula. Now what you have to do, you just have to remember the future value formula, and then remaining you can easily abstract it from that formula. Like for example, if we wanted to calculate the value of the present value, what we will do, look at this formula number second, future value, same formula we are going to write it over there, 1 plus I power n. Now we are going to find present value. So what we'll do, we will just follow basic mathematics steps. Let's say 1 plus I power n, 1 plus I power n. You will cross it, and then what you are getting is present value and future value divided by 1 plus I power n. This is the second formula, or this is the formula of present value. Now the next case is that if we wanted to solve, or if we have an options to get, let's say, future value, present value, 1 plus I power n. Now we have a question where we have to find n. Then what will be the formula is, what you will do, future value, present value, 1 plus I power n. So we are going to follow n. We have to find n. So what we will do, for just to find n, simply divide present value from both sides, cross multiply, and then okay, future value divided by present value, 1 plus I power n. Now what we will do, if you remember, we have a formula, or we have some basic knowledge about the math, that we will take log on both sides. Why we are taking log? This is a pattern, or this is a theory, that whenever you will take a log, power will come first. So 1 plus I. So you can say log future value divided by present value. Now what you will do, n log 1 plus I. Okay. So this is something you have to find. So what you will do now in next steps, you will divide log 1 plus I log 1 plus I on the both sides. Okay. So what will be the formula we have for n is equal to log future value divided by present value into log 1 plus I. This is a formula for n, and that was number 3. Now we have a case where we have to find I. Then what we will do, formula is future value is equal to present value 1 plus I power n. So what you will do, you will divide initially present value on the both side, present value, this one, and future value, present value, okay, and 1 plus I power n. Now what would be the next step? You will cross multiply it, future value, present value, 1 plus I power n, multiply by 1 by n on both sides. This one, future value, present value, 1 plus I, future value, present value, and what you will do, you will shift 1 to the other side, and the case would be like this. Now that would be formula number 4, just to get formula number 4, and this is I, known as interest rate. Okay, let me give you a short overview and then we will solve few questions. So what we have to do, we have to find future value formula, present value formula, and I, and then the interest rate. Now let me solve few of the questions. Let's say we have an example which I am going to follow, is that if you are going to invest, let's say 100 rupees today in a project that will pay you amount with the interest rate of 8% for 2 years. So how much you would get after 2 years? So what you have to do, you have to extract the main information, and the information we have that if you are going to invest, mean we have a present value, how much, 100, we have a number of years which is 2, and interest rate we have 8%. So what we have to find, we have to find future value. So what is the formula of the future value? Future value is equal to present value 1 plus I power n. So future value is equal to present value, we have 100, 1 plus I, so I we have basically 0.08, and we have a power 2. So future value, when you will solve this, so you will find, or you will get double one. So what you will get? You will get 116.64. This is the amount you will get. Okay. Now Remember one thing, whenever you will follow the different books, so different books has their different formulas or different indication of the formulas. For example, PV, in some books you can follow or you can write it as CF, like cash flows. Same amount you can indicate it with PMT. The idea or the concept is same. I, in some books you can donate it with R, in some books you can write it as KD. In some books number of years and you can show it with T. Okay, but the idea would remain same. Now, another example, what we have, let's say you are getting 300 after 1 year with an interest rate of 6%. So what will be the value you will invest? So in that scenario, what we have, you will get or you will receive, for example, you will receive future value. Example number 2, you will receive 300 at the end of year 1 with an interest rate of, let's say, 6%. So how much would you invest today? So what you will do, you will just have to write the formula, future value, present value, 1 plus I power n. So future value you have 300, present value you have to find I, and you can write it as 1.06 and this would remain same. So present value, or you can say 300 divided by 1.06, and how much you would get? Present value 283.8. Now you can see, when you will invest 283.8 with the interest of 6%, in future you would get how much? You would get 300. Okay, that is the formula. Now another example, I'm just writing it as, it's a different example where you can find this example anywhere in the books. So where I am getting this example, I am taking this example from Gitman financial management books. So what is the example? They said it's a very important and different example. So you just have to see this. What single amount invest what single amount investment made today earning 12% annual interest will be the worth of $7,000 at the end of 6 years. At the end of 6 years. Okay. Now just extract the information. So just to get better understanding that what information you have. Now number of years. So what single amount invest today? So what you have to find? You have to find present value. So interest rate you have 12%, and future value you have $7,000 at the end of 6 years. So number of years you have 6. Okay, this is information, although you just have to write the formula. So what will be the key is that just to understand the question, just to understand the statement in order to solve the questions. So what we have in hand, present value. So we have a formula, future value. We have an amount 7,000 and we have 1.06 power 6. So whenever you will solve, so you will get 7,000 divided by 1.9738, and present value you will get is 3546.45. So here is the present value. Okay, so how we can draw it on the timeline? So we have a timeline like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Okay. At the end of 7 years, so how much you will receive? 7,000. So initially, how much you would invest today? That is 3546.45 with an interest rate of 6%. So this is the indication. This is the way you have to indicate all these amounts on your timeline. That was simple questions, although we have a proper exercise to solve all the questions. So that was an overview about the time value of money, and we have solved all these questions